now it's time for us to get right into the dailies and to see what the press has for us today. I've been joined this morning by Vivian Kailoko. Hello, Vivian.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I'm very well, thank you. I don't know what's going on here, but you have a fashion something later today. Where you have shaded.
I have a
high fashion
I'm coming
event.
to sit with you
for
the morning.
Wow.
To go through newspapers and look at the stories.
Wow.
Hey.
Anyway,
acknowledge it's all for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. What do we have in the papers
Well, I'll
today?
start with the Chronicle. They lead with the ambulance trial. They say CDS grilled over how Jackpot was released from the Ghana Armed Forces. Also, NHIS announces free annual health checkup. And also, Akufo-Addo commissions $60 million US Phase 2 project in Ho. So those are some of the big stories on the front page of the Chronicle. The Daybreak has some few stories as well on its front page. SNIT jabs Sophia Akufo over unsubstantiated allegations. You know, she spoke about this SNIT issue in an interview with one of our colleagues on Joy FM, I believe. And SNIT has been responding to that. I'll give you the details in a bit. Then West Blue grabs 95 million Ghana cedis judgment debt. And then Akufo-Addo outlines achievements in health infrastructure. So this is on the front page of the Daybreak.
I have a quick question for you. You see this story about the West Blue, right?
Yes.
Judgment debt, the issue of judgment debt. Are there repercussions for people that cause the state
Well, there
to
should
lose
be.
money?
There should be.
Because I don't get it. It's like ever since I understood, life and began to understand how things work.
You feel
in
some
Ghana.
deliberately.
There's judgment. It's like it doesn't seem as if people who caused this to happen,
Are punished for it.
Yeah. Because you see, if you know that this thing can potentially bring about some kind of judgment, then later my action I'm about to take,
You're
and
careful
that there will be
in your
repercussions for it after, you'll be careful.
But are we ever punished for anything?
Oh, no, Ghana, we don't like punishing.
So I think I've answered your question.
And those who are not in our good books, those are the ones we punish.
So we don't get punished. If we really get punished for doing the wrong thing, I'm sure corruption would have reduced
But we
by
need to
now.
we need to call for better.
We have great laws, some of the best laws in the world, but the implementation is a problem for us year in, year out, for everybody else.
Vivian, I won't be surprised if they are actually on our law books punishment for people who cause this kind of thing.
I mean, if you deliberately do the wrong thing, every organization has rules around that. The basic rules. I mean, at Cedi, if you do the wrong thing,
of course,
there's sanctions. Same with every organization. So if we just go with those basic rules
that
are there, you're fine. But who is implementing it, and who is making sure? Who is watching the watchdog? The watchman, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that the ninth Jon Snow. The ninth,
I know, right?
Whatever is asleep, so it's what it is. Anyway, Economy Times, trade surplus improves slightly for first half of 2024, and also interest rates to remain stable. Still with the Economy Times, government records 2% deficit for first half of 2024.
Okay. I have Daily Guide here. It says court dismisses case against Amewu. NHI outdoors free annual health check-up program. Wow. Free annual health checkup program.
I think they launched that last week. Yeah.
That's
you want to go
cool.
do a checkup?
Me, I believe in yearly checkups.
So you do one every year? Oh, wow.
I do it every year. I don't fail.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually good.
Especially when I turn 40.
No bong ball.
I've been checking every day for a check.
No, it's very important,
but you
the
see,
yearly one.
we joke with our health.
Yeah.
And in our country, men have the greatest, or should I say, the chance of ill health as you get older, and the chances of death as you get older is greater amongst men. But the primary reason for that, I believe, is that men think that we be macho. if you go hospital, it'd be weak people they go hospital.
Yeah.
Strong people don't go to hospital.
I also think people are afraid of what they'll find out when they go. They say what you don't know won't kill you. A lot of people are afraid what they'll find out when they do these checks. So they rather stay away, especially if they feel healthy or they think they're healthy.
But you and I both know that if you catch it early, whatever it is,
you solve it.
the likelihood of you being okay.
But they say you all your problems go away until you have a health problem.
It's true.
If you're broke, you think, oh, I have this. Yeah. But the moment you are ill and you know you have a serious, you forget about everything in that. So, but it's essential that we all have the yearly checkups, especially for women in terms of cervical cancer, breast cancer, all the cancers that we're likely to, get. And medicine has moved to higher heights that these days a lot of things can be dealt with. Immediately they find out. So you're better off having the check. So kudos to you.
No, it's important. And then many of you men, when they say prostate check, you go and do the chemical one, and you don't do the physical examination because
there's a chemical one.
So your PSA, right? When they do the blood test,
so they use that
levels, you see. But you see, the doctors always tell you the PSA levels are not enough, because the PSA is produced from only one part, like 1/3 of the prostate. The other parts of the prostate do not produce PSA. So you have to actually do a physical examination.
Oh, that's
Men, they fear that thing, because some doctor go take a hand, put some place.
But can't you do it yourself?
No.
Okay, the way
because you don't know how it's supposed to.
Because with a woman, we can do it ourselves.
Yes.
Anyway, so I think it's clear on what the men have to do this morning. Let me wrap up with the Ghanaian Times. Second phase UHAS project, biggest nursing midwifery school opens as president receives honorary doctorate degree. Still with the Ghanaian Times, first batch poultry products under FSRP ready for market consumption. And also alleged payment for spare parts for ambulance. We have not paid $10 million to SGAG. That's the Bank of Ghana speaking there.
There's one here that I think is important from the front page of Daily Guide. It says, EC starts voter registration mop-up on August 1st. That's Thursday. All right. So I think it's important for those who haven't yet registered, or even I think there's going to be a chance for people who've lost their ID cards. You've registered already, but you lost your ID cards and all that to go and rectify.
Hey, I can't find my card.
No, me, I can't find mine, so I'm very concerned.
Yesterday I was
no, I've been looking for the last week. I can't find it, so I need to get a replacement. Because the way it is.
Because it's our civic responsibility.
It is.
To vote.
We need to go out and vote
but I have to find
election.
My card.
Yeah. The Finder says, lithium fiscal regime advantages but potential risks that could impact expected revenues exist. Okay, we have President Akufo-Addo commissions the $60 million UHAS project. We also have Cedi strengthens against pound sterling.
Hey.
Yeah, this is coming
At
from
what rate?
The MD of the Ghana
Stock
Exchange.
To 20,
but
right?
you see, its strength is here.
A few points.
It's points. It's not even like a whole.
Last week I had to get something, and I had to pay with the rate. And it was 15.6.
That's the dollar.
With the dollar against the dollar. 2 days later, I didn't have the money. 2 days later, I went back. I had gotten some fuel to start.
It's changed.
16.2. I'm like, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you've brought the thing at a particular rate. Some of the Ghanaian businesses today are not fair to us. You brought it at a particular rate. It's in. Yeah. So why are you using another rate when it's...
Because the truth of the matter is that when it's time to restock...
No, but you've already gotten it. It's not fair.
No. The one you've brought... So if I bring this in at 10... 10,
yes.
Right?
That's the rate you have to sell it.
No. I will sell it at 10 as long as it remains at 10. But now, if 2 months' time it's gone to 12, and I can only rebuy this at 12, restock when I'm out.
Yeah, when you're restocking, it's fine.
That means I have to find extra money.
No, but it's not whoever's fault that the thing has changed. So you cannot put your problem on all of us.
No, but I'm running my business.
No, it's not right. So if you had sold everything at 10, everybody bought, you still would have gotten the money for the 12.
No, I have to find extra money to top
Yes, so it doesn't lie within
so
that
we
10.
shouldn't do that.
You understand my
Sell it
point?
at what
No, I'm saying that if you cleared it all at the 10, and you now have to go and bring and it's moved to 12, are you now going to say those who bought at 10, come and give me
bring the extra?
So we are just being unfair in all these calculations.
Well, I mean...
And nobody is stopping these things.
Well...
And even,
but
another time...
Who's in this space, who's supposed to regulate this?
Well, I don't know, but somebody's got to regulate and deal with some of these things. I mean, we should have, that's why we are all supporting the consumer protection, you know, airline coming into
it's
some
very
of these
important.
things
Consumer
will be
protection
dealt with. Anyway, let me give you the story about Sophia Ekufo and the SNIT back and forth, and I'll also give you a bit of the West Blue 95 because I see you really want to know about
that one.
So quickly, the management of Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT has told the former Chief Justice Sophia Ekufo that she made an unsubstantiated allegation regarding the botched sale of the hotels. Madame Sophia Ekufo had accused the management of SNIT deliberately running down the hotels just to sell among themselves. Sophia Ekufo made this claim in an exclusive interview with TV3's Alfred Okansi on Thursday, July 25th. So apologies, I think I said Joy earlier. And then, quote, of course, SNIT will justify it because they have run down the hotels, and just like in the public sector, a lot of public properties have been run down just so that the value will be run down, and always at the end of some cycle or the other, they do sweetheart deals and do this distribution among themselves, unquote, she said. However, SNIT, in the statement issued on July 29, reacting to the comment by Sophia Ekufo, said the allegations by the former Chief Justice are false and undermines the integrity and confidence in the pension scheme. In contrast to the former Chief Justice's claim, SNIT said it restructured the ownership of the hotels, brought in private hotel management companies, made changes in management and board where necessary, provided financial support including the funding of maintenance and capital expenditure to make the hotels more competitive. So that's the story. And then West Blue quickly. West Blue grabs 95 million Ghana Cedi judgment debt. Now the government is set to settle a judgment debt of 95 million Ghana Cedis to IT consultancy firm West Blue Consulting following the termination of its contract. From 2015 to 2020, West Blue Consulting rendered technical and support services to the Ghana Revenue Authority, facilitated by the Ministry of Finance. The termination of the contract led West Blue to take legal action against the government, seeking payment for an outstanding debt amounting to 289 million cedis. The award to West Blue was confirmed by the Commissioner General of GRA, Julius Siem, during a Public Accounts Committee meeting. So we have 95 million cedis to pay.
I think it's very unfortunate, and people will go home scot-free, even despite this. Anyway, let me give you a few headlines before we go for sports from ChannelOneNews.com. We have here, Baumia has just 3 campaign policies. This is Basintali speaking here. Of course, you know it's political season, so it's fair, all's fair. You know, I have always had a soft spot for NDC, Shamima Muslim speaking there. I tell you.
Good morning, Shamima.
Yeah, she was on a point of view yesterday
with KOD.
Together with KOD. And KOD says, my mother was a founding member of the 31st Women's Movement.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
31st December
Yeah,
Women's Movement.
I watched them as well, talking about some of the excesses
Mm.
during the PNDC time, and their parents suffered, you know, some amount. But, well, interesting times. We say everybody should get involved, so kudos to them.
And I think so. I mean, I just want to make this comment that I like what I see, because I also feel as though there's this narrative that says that if you are a certain kind of public figure, you shouldn't be seen to belong to one side or the other. I don't necessarily agree with that.
No, we prefer that people tell us where they are standing rather than hide and do their own thing.
You know, because everybody has a way they lean. You know, so
we're all political animals.
Anyway, thank you.
So, thank you
for
too.
this morning. We'll catch up soon.
Mushroom.
Yeah, those things. More will come, don't worry. All right, sports is next. Don't go anywhere.
You're welcome. Now, sports is next. PL and City. Arsenal have signed Italy defender Riccardo Calafiori from Bologna for a fee of up to £42 million, including add-ons. The 22-year-old who started Italy's first 3 group games at Euro 2024 have signed a 5-year deal with Mikel Arteta's side. He has immediately joined up with the new teammates in the United States. Calafiori, who spent 1 season at Bologna, can play at a central defender or at left back and has previously played on the left wing. He played 30 times for Bologna in Serie A last season, scoring 2 goals and recording 5 assists as they finished 5th to seal a Champions League spot.
All right, we go to the Olympics, and Novak Djokovic outclassed his longtime rival Rafael Nadal to win their Olympic second round match and continue his bid to land an elusive gold medal. Now, Serbia's Djokovic, 37, looked on a different level to Nadal for most of a one-sided contest, which he won 6-1, 6-4 on the Roland Garros clay. Now, the pair, who have won 46 Grand Slam titles, singles between them, shared an embrace at the net before Djokovic sportingly clapped Nadal off the court. Now, it was the 60th meeting of their enduring rivalry. No 2 men have ever played each other more.
All right, in women's basketball, Nigeria beat world number 3 Australia 75-62 to pull a shock result in the history of the games and win their first Olympic basketball game in 20 years. Australia started well and led 13-5 at the beginning, but Nigerians fought back and managed to win a 13-point gap. Ezinne Carlo scored 19 points for Nigeria, who will face France and Canada in the remaining group games.
Right, that's a good story.
Yeah, that excited me so much.
And I'm not surprised.
Well, you're not surprised?
No, I'm not surprised.
That's like the first game.
On the continent, certain teams are coming up really nicely when it comes to global sports. So you have Angola, you have Nigeria,
Sudan.
basketball is climbing, South Sudan is doing really, really well. Then when it comes to games like rugby, we have Uganda, we have Kenya, we have South Africa, you know, Ivory Coast. I'm loving it, you know, the global dominance of certain countries is, you know, we're reducing it now. So
it's a good one. Well, I can't wait to see their match with France and Canada, which I think will be easy peasy since they beat the number 3 and they are the number 1 in Africa.
All right.